Wow, this is the last lesson in this unit. So lesson 3.12, distinguishing between multiplication and division. You're actually going to have two I can statements today. So please stop the video to write them both down. The first one is, I can recognize when to multiply and when to divide in word problems. And this one is pretty similar to what we did a few lessons ago with making predictions. I can predict whether the answer will be greater or less than the starting number. Start the video back up when you have those written down, please. All right, let's take a look here. We have a lot of letters, but don't let that confuse you. So A and B are whole numbers greater than 1. So this could be 2, 3, whatever. So any whole number greater than 1. N over D, numerator over denominator, that is a fraction less than 1. If it has a 1 on top, it's a unit fraction. So let's take a look at these a minute. We're going to do some predicting here. Now remember, in a division problem, this is your dividend, your divisor. The answer is called a quotient. Remember, in multiplication, we have factor times factor equals product. Now, if these are numbers, whole numbers greater than 1, will C be greater or less than A? Well, let's see if you've guessed right. It's going to be greater. Why is that? Well, C is a whole number of groups of size A, so it must be greater than A. Well, that's a little confusing. What does that mean? Well, let's pretend that A is 3 and B is 4. We know that 3 times 4 equals 12. So what that's saying is if we had 3 groups of bananas with 4 bananas in each group, we're going to have 12 bananas all together. And C is always going to be more than what we started with. All right, so the next one. If we have a whole number greater than 1 times a fraction, will our product be greater or less than A? Okay, we have a fraction of something. So our answer is going to be less than A. Okay, why? Well, because this is only a fraction of what we started with. So for example, if A is 3, and if this fraction was 3/4, 3 times 3/4 would be 9/4, which is 2 1/4. That answer is less than what we started with. Okay, we did that back a few lessons ago in 3.9. So let's look at division now. If we have whole numbers here, will C be greater or less than A? C is going to be less than A. Why? Because we're dividing A into some parts. So each part is going to be smaller than what we started with. So for example, if we had 3 waffles and divided them by 4 people, each person is going to get 3/4 of a waffle. So we're dividing up what we started with. Even if I had 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So again, 2 is going to be less than the 6 I started with. Let's look at this one. Will C be greater or less than A? If we start with a whole number and divide it into fractional pieces, unit fractions, will C be greater or less? Well, in this instance, it's going to be greater. Why? Because dividing by a unit fraction is the same as multiplying by this whole number. Remember, keep, change, flip. So for example, if A is 3 times 4 over 1, because we have to flip this, we're going to end up with 12. So this would be like if we had 3 pizzas and the pizzas were divided into fourths, we would have 12 pieces of pizza. All right, so we need to decide if we're going to be multiplying or dividing, and here's a reminder of some of those words to look for. So let's try a problem. Layla spent 2 hours on homework last week. This is just a fraction, a third as many as Lucas spent. So she didn't do as much as Lucas. She only did a third as many. So notice we have the words as many, which is very similar to as much. So how many hours did Lucas spend? Well, if we take a third of whatever Lucas spent, sorry for the extra line there, it's going to equal 2. And then we'll find out that he spent 6 hours on his homework. Okay, a third times 6 is 2, the 2 hours that Layla spent. Let's look at this one. Ashley is making bags of candy for trick-or-treaters. She has 5 pounds of candy. So 5 pounds, she's putting a little bit, a fraction of a pound in every bag. So that's going to be a lot of bags. How many bags of candy can she make? Well, if we look at the keywords, we've got every bag, which is there it is. Every bag is a division word. So we've got 5 pounds. We're dividing the 5 pounds into 1/8 of a pound piles. So how many piles? Well, we're going to keep, we're going to change, and we're going to flip. And when we multiply, we'll see that she can make 40 bags. All right, so now it's your turn. Matthew built a rectangular rabbit pen that was 4 yards long, half a yard wide. What is the area of the rabbit pen? Think back to how you figure out area, and I'll see you soon.